Actually,
Okay.
uh,
You have to have this smile in Viva board and it will be helpful for you. Yes.
uh, uh, okay, Alhamdulillah, sir.
Alhamdulillah. Yes. I also know your preparation because you can answer almost all of the questions. You have that much preparation, and this is very positive.
Yes, sir. I just answered them on the basis of my understanding, sir.
Yes, this is important. And try to have this smile in Viva board. Okay, this is it has value.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is good. It has value. So we are going to start our formal Viva today. Viva speaking today.
Yes,
So
sir.
we will start with
I did not take any preparation on these questions,
no problem
but
at
I
all.
will try to answer them on the basis of my understanding. And
Today, we will ask you at first describe an important book on liberation war.
okay, sir.
Describe an important book on liberation war.
I have read a book on the Liberation War. Basically, it was a novel on the basis of our Liberation War. Uh, but the significance of this novel lies in that sense that this novel was written during the uh, first time of the Liberation War. That means from 25th March to 28th March is the main time frame of this novel. This novel named uh, is Rifle Roti Aurat. It was written by one of our intellectual martyrs, Shahid Anwar Pasha, who was a teacher of Dhaka University and was killed by the Pakistani collaborators and Pakistani military on 14th December of 1971. So actually, sir, we can say that it is one of the original documents actually because it holds and it was written during the at the beginning of the liberation war. So actually, the writers tried to mm, involve include everything that was actually the original history of our liberation war. Though it was a novel, but I think it can be considered as an document on the liberation war, sir.
Okay, it will be considered liberation war. Okay, what is the lesson from the book, from the novel? What is
From
learned
that
after
novel,
going through the book?
yes, sir. From that novel, actually, the writer Anwar Pasha depicted the original history of our liberation war, though in a story, as a story. But the main things of this novel is that the when the Operation Searchlight started on 25th March 1971, then what was the situation in the then East Pakistan, basically at the University of Dhaka places, at Nilkhet, and other premises. And the writer Anwar Pasha actually uh, route from the division of Indian subcontinent 1947 to 1971. What was the behind story uh, behind the independence of our country or the war on 25th March and Operation Searchlight? What was the operation and what types of operation actually Pakistani Janta imposed on our people, on unarmed people and innocent people. So actually, he actually wrote this from 3 days. Only 3 days is the time frame of this novel from 25th March to 28th March. The all the incidents that took place in the then East Pakistan actually covered by this novel, sir.
Do you think people should read the book?
Yes, sir. I think because when we know that, sir, there are many writers try to uh, sir, বিকৃতি ইংরেজিতে many writer tried
Distorted,
to distort the
distorted,
literature work. So
distorted.
it was before that the distortion started. Actually, we know that there are several writers in our country. They tried to distort the original history of our liberation war. But Anwar Pasha did this before the independence of our country, before the victory of Bangladesh. So it was an original document that was done by Anwar Pasha, sir.
Okay, good. Well, when was the 46th US election held?
Sir, it was held on 3rd November 2020, sir.
Who was elected as the president of the USA?
Sir, Joe Biden elected as the 46th President of the United States of America.
Before being the president, Joe Biden was a senator. Can you tell me the name of the state that he represented as the senator?
No, sir, actually, I did not go through this because
Okay.
as my first choice was
Okay, Shahin Alam, can you tell me the name of the
So,
state that he represented as senator?
sorry, he served as a senator in the Delaware state.
Yes, Delaware state. Yeah. Okay. Tariqur Rahman, can you tell us how long he served as a senator from the state, from that state?
sir, actually, he served as the Senator of Delaware State for six consecutive term.
From
For six,
1973 to 2009. Good. Okay. Well, he also served the nation in a very important position before being the president. Can you tell us the name of the position?
yes, sir, he was also Vice President during the President Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Okay. Who is the running mate or vice president of the USA?
The current running mate of the USA, also known as Vice President of the USA, is Kamala Harris, who originated Indian,
India.
and his father is a Jamaican, and his mother is an Indian woman.
Yemen. Okay. Do you know anything about, okay, Ugan, do you think the 46th US election was quite different?
Yes, sir, it was quite different because we have witnessed from 2016 to 2020, there was a disorder in the global system that was done by former US President Donald Trump. Actually, Donald Trump destroyed all the international systems and all the international orders. So, by this election, we have an hope that in the future, our international system and international order will be restored, eh, especially in terms of climate change and in terms of global arms disarmament and in terms of war. Actually, trade war between China and India affects all the country in the world. So I think to some extent the newly elected US President Joe Biden will take necessary steps to restore the peace and hope in the world. In his first maiden speech on 20th January this year, he said that we will lead not merely by the example of our power, but by the by the power of our examples. And he said that American peoples are good and we are a great nation. And he also raised his voice against discrimination, racialism, and he also take some steps, his executive order by the power of his executive order, and he took some steps that will bring peace, I think, in the world system. For example, he uh, engaged USA in the Paris Agreement that was abandoned by the former US President Mr. Donald Trump. And he also he also prohibited all the restrictions on immigrations. That will actually that will be better steps for the nations like Bangladesh and other Muslim countries, because many of our people are living in the USA, and the USA our the first exporting countries. Actually, our RMG ready-made garment sector is uh, actually the main source of income of our RMG is from USA. So I think these steps and the steps taken by the newly elected US President Joe Biden will help us a lot. Not only our country, the global world will have something new that will help them to get peace, sir.
Okay, Joe Biden canceled the controversial travel ban from 6 Muslim countries taken by Donald Trump. How do you treat this?
Actually, sir, I have already mentioned this. This will bring hope, and this is a very great initiative taken by the Joe Biden, and I welcomed him for this decision. I think there should be no border, no restriction in the age of globalization, and there should not be any discrimination like Muslims, non-Muslims, and white nationalism, black nationalism. These are the important things, and these are the factors that actually we are witnessing from the 2016 under the US President Donald Trump. But this time we can have hope, and we can dream that our country our world will have something new for the restoration of hope and peace.
Okay, can you tell me why does Japan help us a lot?
Sir, actually, from time immemorial, Japan was our first donating country and first aiding country. It can be described, or it can be explained in many from various points.
So
For example,
Japan is not a Muslim country, and but they are one of the say best donors. They donate us a lot. They help us a lot, financial help mainly, but they do not help so much to Pakistan or some other Asian countries. Why Japan helps Bangladesh so much or a lot? Is there any special reason behind it, or
it's like
is there any
diplomatic.
gratefulness to Bangladesh from Japan?
There is a historical background that I cannot recall at this time, but can you tell me, sir?
Have you heard the
Or
name of Nuremberg Trial?
yes, sir. It was during the First World War, Second
What?
World War,
Okay, what can you tell me details? Why this
and
trial was
one of
arranged?
the one of the jurists of that trial was Bengali, maybe Bengali originated, and he actually abolished the burden, financial burden that was imposed by the trial. He abolished that so much amount was imposed as a penalty on the Japan. So and he actually helped Japan, and he reduced the amount of money as a penalty on the Japan. Is this the reason?
This is the main reason. What is his name?
Sir, I cannot recall his name at this moment.
Radha,
Can you help me, sir?
Radha Vinod Pal.
Radha
Radha
bin.
Vinod Pal. Okay,
Yes, sir.
maybe this is the main reason. That means Japan helps a lot, helps us a lot, because here just one thing that born in Salimpur, Bengal Presidency, British India, was a Bengali jurist who was a member of the United Nations International Law Commission from 1952 to 1966. He was one of the 3 judges appointed to the Military Tribunal, International Military Tribunals for the Far East, the Tokyo trials of Japanese war crimes committed during the Second World War. Among all the judges of the tribunal, he was the only one who submitted a judgment which insisted all defendants were not guilty. That means which insisted all defendants were not guilty. That means he favored Japan in a sense. It can say that means he awarded light offense to the Japanese soldiers. From that gratefulness, maybe Japan helped us a lot.
Yes, sir.
That's the main reason. In last year, this question was asked to one of my nephew, BCS Viva board. Question was,
Yes.
why does Japan help us a lot? Is there any reason behind it? This was the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, uh, Myanmar army has recently dislodged its elected government. Do you think it will come as hindrance in Rohingya repatriation?
No, sir, I don't think so because the repatriation that was held in the previous time, it was actually under the military government, and Myanmar was ruled under the military government from its inception from 1948 when they became independent from Britain, and only for 5 years or more than 5 years they were under democracy, or to some extent it was actually controlled democracy, and actually the main power of the government was in the hand of the military. So I don't think so, and I think repatriation can be done under this military government because they at this moment they are actually under the pressure of the global power, so they will try to uh, make their image good by repatriating some Rohingya people. They can do it, and I think there will be no hindrance in this case. But it is challenging. But Bangladesh will try to organize global conferences and will try to communicate with other international powers like China and India to help us in this Rohingya repatriation matter. So, and also Bangladesh need to communicate and to make pressure on Myanmar through the UN and other international bodies, so that they can repatriate Rohingya people, because our government actually give them shelter on the basis of humanitarian ground, but this type of uh, 11 lakhs, more than 11 lakhs is a burden for Bangladesh, and I think our government is doing their activities properly to repatriate this, but there are hindrance from other global power maybe, and our government should negotiate with all the stakeholders in this matter.
Okay, thank you. Good. Good presentation and all the good wishes for your tomorrow's Viva. Just you should concentrate for tomorrow's Viva. So prepare for the last moment and just try to remain relaxed in Viva board. Do not take so much stress. Okay, and try to have smile if needed. And
Thank you.
and I think you will do much better in Bible because you have that much quality and you have that much preparation. Okay. Again, good
Thank
wishes.
you, sir. So I am requesting all my mates, webinar mates, to keep me in their prayers. And
God
thank
will
you
keep
so
you
much, sir,
in our prayers for your
and
betterment. Yeah.
for your guidelines. And please keep me in your prayers so that I can be a successful student of you. And thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Okay, Tariq Rahman. Inshallah.
Okay, sir.
After Bible, next class we want you. Okay.
Okay,
Next
sir.
class we want
Sir,
you.
I will try to join, and now I am, sir, leaving, sir.
Okay, Tariqur Rahman. Okay.
Sir, thank you. Sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Sir, also we hope Tarkur Rahman Bhai share his experience in front of us.
Yes, in
We
front. That means
can
next
gather
class
lot
we
of
want you to share your viva, what they asked you and what you answered. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It will
Inshallah.
be
Sir.
really nice because it will be real viva and it will really be nice. Okay, Tariq Rahman.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalam. Shahadat, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Fine.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, you, sir?
Why? Yes, I'm also fine. Why are you absent these days?
Sir, first days, Thursday, I was came to Dhaka, so I cannot join this class. And Friday, my son of my sister, he disturbed me and he couldn't join this class. He wanted to game in my mobile, so I changed my residential, and now I am in my best friend Mohammad Rajaul Karim with him with his mess.
You are in Dhaka?
Ji sir.
Razaul Karim's match. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Are you prepared today?
Sir, so.
So. Well, at first we would like to go with you. Have you read any book on liberation war?
Till now, no sir.
But you have to read because they may ask you a question, say a book about liberation war. Anyway, when was the 46th US election held?
So 3rd November 2020.
Who was elected as the president of the USA?
President of USA, Joe Biden was elected the president of USA.
Joe Biden. Okay. What is the full name of Joe Biden?
Joseph Reventi Biden.
Okay. Before being the president, Joe Biden was a senator. Can you tell the name of the state that he represented as the senator?
Sir, I know it, but at present I forget it, sir.
Okay, you knew it, but at this moment you cannot recall. Well, it is with D. Della?
De La Folia.
No, not Della Folia. Delaware. Delaware.
Delaware, this sir, Delaware, the state of Delaware.
Yeah. Well, can you tell us how long he served as the senator from the state?
Senator, sorry, sir.
For a long period of time, 1973 to 2009. Well, he also served the nation in a very important position before being the president. Can you tell us the name of the position?
So, vice president, he served as a vice president.
He served the nation as vice president and when? During?
Sir, during 2009 to
Obama
2020, during to Barack Obama.
During Barack Obama's period, okay. Well, who is the running mate or the vice president of the USA?
The present running mate of USA is Kamala Harris.
Do you know anything about her?
The Kamala Harris is originated by India. His father was Jamaican and his mother was Indian.
Her father was Jamaican and her mother was Indian. Well, in the 46th US election, Donald Trump did not welcome the newly elected president, Joe Biden. He also did not take part in the oath-taking ceremony of newly elected president. How do you treat this?
So it is, so I say only that is USA practice democracy, but it is not good sign to Donald Trump and to USA. because because a election once win and once must be felt, but never never did not take part the oath taking ceremony. It is not a good sign.
Do you think foreign policies of Joe Biden is different from those of Donald Trump? How?
So I think foreign policy of Joe Biden is different from the Donald Trump because Donald Trump foreign policy is attracted and his uh, own uh, but Joe Biden foreign policy he sends many system such as that first he come back to World Health Organization and he banned he also permitted a banned 6 country tour.
Then,
And others I recall not recall it.
can recall it. Well, and he's trying to make, say, a better relationship with Iran, and he has supported uh, Yemen war. He has withdrawn support from the Saudi Arabia in Yemen war. This is one of the important issue. Okay. Uh, have you heard the name of Nuremberg trials?
Yes, sir. I heard the name of Nuremberg trials.
What do you know about it?
It was made after the World War II for trial the um, opposition party of the war who are failed in the world.
Not opposition, but defeated alliance.
Defeated,
Alliance. Okay.
defeated alliance, sir.
For whom mainly? And okay, do you know? And okay, mention 5 mass talked incidents in international politics at present.
5 talks incidents. At first, mm, at first, Myanmar Janja he took the power, and they are uh, they
They arrested,
they
elected
arrested
leaders,
the
including Aung San Suu
elected.
Kyi.
Yes, sir.
Then
So then
5 mass talk topics in international arena. So think of. We'll ask you later. Thank you. Now,
thank you, sir.
Shahin Alam, are you ready?
So my eye contact is okay, sir.
Yes, everything is okay, almost okay today. But presentation lacks some information. You have to be rich in information. Okay, your speech should be informative because information it lacks information. So you have to have information. If you have information, a lot of information, then your viva will be smarter. I thought
Okay, sir. Sir, how much class I mistake, sir?
you missed this is 7 class with orientation 1. Probably you have attended 3 total.
Yes, sir.
You have missed 4 classes. We have uploaded these videos in our YouTube. You may watch this from YouTube channel.
Sir, I download, but I cannot watch.
No.
Wouldn't watch now,
Yes,
sir.
you may watch it from our YouTube as well. Okay, you may, because it is always open in our YouTube channel. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Stay with us. Well, Shahin Alam, mention
Yes, sir.
5 important mass talk incidents or topic in international politics at present.
Sir, there are many master topics in the international arena at present. Among these, the five five master insights in international politics is the military coup of Myanmar and arrested Aung San Suu Kyi, The another must talked topic is the impeachment of Donald Trump in the Markin Senate. Another must talked incident in the international politics is the uh, the taking the USA election or the 14th president of USA Joe Biden also must have insided, and he's taking different type of steps. Uh, Another must have stop coronavirus is also a must have incident in this one.
Then you have mentioned four. Another one?
For another one is sorry sir.
Okay. Iran has recently decided to enrich its uranium stockpile much higher than it is permitted. Do you think it may create tension in the Middle East?
Yes, sir. I think it may create a tension in the Middle East. At this moment, Joe Biden take his power. He tried to make a good relation with Iran. But at this moment, when the Iran enriched its uranium stockpile, it will be a bad step from Iran. Also, it created a tension among the state of the Middle East, because especially in the Saudi Arab always talked against the uranium enriched work of Iran. That's why it
Iran's
may
uranium
create.
enrichment. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So, sir, it may create a tension in the Middle East country.
There is a recent conflict between China and India. What is the reason behind it?
Recent conflict between the boundary problem, maybe the recent conflict between Iran
Border
and
dispute.
China, border dispute.
Where?
Sir, at this moment I cannot recall. It may be Kashmir side. I cannot the specific name.
Kashmir, Siachen.
Siachen Himba, sir. Siachen Himba.
Do you think it will have effect on Bangladesh?
Actually, sir, Siachen Himba not the part of Bangladesh border. It is the part of between India and China. So I think, sir, it not influenced to Bangladesh.
Do you think foreign policies of Joe Biden is different from those of Donald Trump?
Yes, sir. I think the foreign policy of Joe Biden is different from Donald Trump's, because, sir, Joe Biden is a cosmopolitan. On the other hand, Donald Trump was a conservative. Uh, beginning his role, we noticed that Joe Biden uh, withdrew the travel bans from 6 Muslim countries. Also, he declared come back to the Paris Agreement. Also, he declared make a good relation with Iran, and I think, sir, this step from Biden will be different from the Trump.
Okay, now, have you read any book written on liberation war of Bangladesh?
Yes, sir. I read one more
Can you
book
name of 5 books? Can you mention name of 5 books written on liberation war of Bangladesh?
Yes, sir. I first I mention the Rifle Ruti Awrat. Secondly, uh, I mention Aguner Poroshmoni. Thirdly, I mention uh, the Hangor Nodi Grenade. I mention the name Amar Bondhu Rashid, etc.
Okay, now say something about a book that you have read on liberation war of Bangladesh.
Sir, a book, The Aguner Poroshmoni, is a book writer by our popular writer Humayun Ahmed. he write in this book about especially the guerrilla war of our during the liberation war. In the main character of this novel is Bodhi. He is a young man, and he participated in the guerrilla war during this time. And also by this reading this book, I learn many things from this book. Especially, it helped me to rising my love for my country. Everybody should read this book, and it will be helpful for everybody to increase everybody's patriotism to his country.
Good. Okay. Better today. And eye contact is okay. And presentation style is okay, though you have searched word 2 to 3 times. Almost okay. Good. Carry on. Well, Rana, are you here? Rana, can you hear me? Rana, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yes, keep your video on. Okay. Well, name 5 important incidents of the world at present. 5 important international events or incidents.
So at first, the Myanmar coup is a first incident because it is one of the major issue in at present. Myanmar military forces they snatching the power and also
Arrested,
and
arrested.
also arrested the Myanmar elected
Elected.
government, Suki uh, and his members, her parliament members. And the second incident is the Kashmir issue. The Pakistan Foreign Ministry they informed that India make a rumor for this Kashmir. This is second, and third is Peru government. Peru government new set up a new foreign minister, Alan Walker, and this is the 6th foreign minister and in this 1 year. And this is one of the issue. And number 4 is Corona. Pakistan, Lebanon are started to giving coronavirus vaccine for their people.
Pakistan
and Lebanon.
Okay.
And they are starting to give coronavirus vaccine to their people. And the number 5 is Turkey President Recep Tayyip Erdogan give to blame USA to support Kurdi in Iraq.
Okay, nice. Have you heard the name of Nuremberg Trial?
Yes, sir. Nuremberg Trial. It happens after the Second World War. It happened.
It happened means it was formed. It was formed after Second World War to punish or to judge what?
It was formed 8 August in 1945. 4 reasons. Because of 4 reasons. One is crime against peace, number 1, and number 2 is crime planning. Crime planning, and the number 3 is a lot of people killed. For their killed their plan. And number 4 is all of these 3 reasons are all of 3 reason it is number 4. And this type of reason, Nuremberg trial was formed to give punishment the opposite forces,
Defeated forces.
defeated forces.
Defeated forces. Okay. Was there any Bengali judge there?
Yes, sir. Radha Binod Pal is a Bengali judge.
Do you know anything about him?
uh, he uh, he was born in Bangla. Then he also became a lawyer in Indian court, and then he also joined in the International Military Tribunal in 1945 for this case, and that's all, sir.
Yes. Okay. Well, do you think U.S. election that held a few 2 to 3 months ago was quite different?
Was yes, sir. It is different.
Why?
Because at this stage, USA last year, a huge corona affected country in this world. We know that USA is the powerful and the strongest country in the world, but they cannot control this epidemic. And another is some oppressed are the government. Some people are oppressed by the government because it is a black metal lives. The movement was the movement last year. The movement carry on the Black Lives Matters. So many of them incidents, it is different from the other situation. So it is quite different election for the for US people.
Have you read any book on liberation war?
Yes, sir. I read many books.
Many books. Okay, say something about one book that you have gone through.
The book is স্বাধীন বাংলাদেশের অভ্যুদয়ের ইতিহাস. It was written by Dr. Abu Muhammad Delwar Hossain, and the whole book is inform about the liberation war of Bangladesh, 1947 to 1947. The time frame is 1947 to the time frame is start 1947, then language movement 1954, Jukto Front election 1956, constitutional movement 1962, student movement 1966, 6-point movement 1968, Agartala conspiracy case 1969, sir, Gwanobuthan and 1970 mass upsurge, 1970 1970 election, and 1971 liberation war. And this perspective, many of these liberation war incidents are engaged in this book, and we know about many things. We know about many things from this book. The liberation war, what is the role play between Mujibnagar government and also other role in foreign country, USA, Russia, China, and Pakistani government, and also India. We know many things about them, and also we know our freedom fighters and also sector commanders, and we acquired many knowledge about from this book.
Okay, nice. Okay, do you think people should read this book?
Yes, sir. It is essential for every people, and also Bangladeshi people, because it is our history, and history is important for every human. So it is essential.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Essential. Okay. Nice. Good. Spoken well, but there were a few errors. Even though you have communicated, we understood it. Try to make it better. Moinuddin, could you hear me?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Moinuddin, are you ready to speak?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are ready. Now, keep your video on. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, my preparation is weak because I couldn't join past 4 or 5 for being suffering fever.
Okay, you are suffering fever. Oh, this is unfortunate, unwanted as well. We are you okay now? Are you fully okay?
Yes, sir.
You are fully okay. Now we all will ask questions to Moinuddin. Digantrana, Shahin Alam, Bristi, everybody will ask Shahadat. Everybody will ask questions to Moinuddin. At first from these 20 questions, then out of the questions. Start. Rana, start.
Sir, what is the topic?
Any questions this about liberation? These 20 questions at first. Any question from here? And you may also ask some questions outside.
What is the full name of Joe Biden? Sir, my first question to Moinuddin.
Could you repeat, please?
What is the full name of Joe Biden?
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Joseph Robinette Biden is the full name of Joe Biden.
Thank you.
Welcome. Who was the running mate of President of USA? Who is the running mate or the Vice President of USA?
Vice President Kerala. My preparation is weak today. I couldn't prepare about today's class because I am suffering from fever for 3 or 4 or more days.
It's okay, Moinuddin brother, no problem.
Do you know about the First Lady?
No, bro.
She is Jill Biden.
Jill Biden, okay.
Next question. Question.
Do you know about the swing state in US election?
Bro, I tell you before that my preparation about US election is weak.
Well, Moinuddin, did you read any book on liberation war of Bangladesh?
Yes, sir. I read the book whose name is Titash Ekti Nodin Nam.
Titash Ekti Nodin Nam. Well, can you share your idea that you have got after reading the book with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, share.
This book shows us that if your father is a criminal, but you cannot. Sir, I cannot describe that thing. Is
That thing, okay. Then, do you want to be the president of a country?
no, sir.
Why not? Prime Minister?
Yes. No, sir.
You don't want to be Prime Minister, President. Why?
Sir, uh, for being a president, one needs some qualities and experience. I do not want to gather this experience and quality because
Okay.
I born in a conservative Muslim family, and they want my father and mother want to see me as a BCS cadre. That's why I cannot want to be any honorable prime minister or the president.
Okay. Do you think US election was quite different this year? Why?
Yes, sir. We see the most of the US election is elected by running president, but the this election is not elected the running president. Uh, uh, Sir, I cannot describe this.
You cannot. Okay. Say something about you. Say something about you.
Sir, I'm Moinuddin. I'm studying in Dhaka University, fourth year, and I belong in a Muslim family. The name of my father is Yunus Ali Sardar, and the name of my mother is Fatima Begum. And my favorite hobby is to playing cricket, and I always try to play. But when I was Dhaka, there are a want of playground. We cannot play it, and now I am in our village, and there have enough playground. My hobbies gardening.
Okay.
Always take care of my beautiful flower trees, and sir, it's nutshell. It's all about me.
In a nutshell, this is all about me. What you want to be in the future, and what's your plan to do the same?
Sir, I want to be a police cadre, and I always study for to get this position, and I want to serve our nation in a big platform, to a big platform. That's why I always taking prepare about this post, and I have enough confidence that I will reserve this post to serve the nation.
Okay. How are you preparing for that?
Sir, could you repeat, please?
How are you preparing for that?
I read some series of books that is Professor series and George series. These two series is enough and to be a BCS cadre, and
Enough
I
in
also prepare some.
okay,
Yes, sir.
carry on.
I used to read some famous novel and famous short stories that is called prose in literature, and the Constitution of Bangladesh I also read, and some laws of our countries.
In laws or countries. Well, okay. And how is your health today?
Sir, I going well now, and I prepare next class better than those of
Dental job. Okay. Okay. And how do you feel at this moment?
sir. I feel better.
You feel better. Nice. What is your expectation from this class, from this viva speaking session?
Sir, I done a course about preliminary. That's why my written skill is raising, but when I speak, my throat is moving, uncontrolled moving. That's why I cannot express everything. I know many things, I know many words, but I cannot express totally because my mind is running to do not similar to my lips. That why I cannot express myself.
I cannot express myself. Okay. Do you have any question to MD Manuddin? Shahadat, have any question? Digant Rana, have you any question? Okay, no. Now let us have a look.
Yes, sir, Shahadat Hussain.
Yeah.
We know the police is always attached crime, but why you choose this post?
Why do you want to be a police colonel? People have not positive idea about police.
Sir, I know the uh, two position of our country cannot uh, cannot take a bride. That is, one of them is teaching profession and second is the profession of doctor. This, and it's our culture to take a bribe. Now many of them uh, tellies and the extra amenities are
You are
okay,
asked
sir.
any negative questions, you have to make it positive. So when the questions of corruption will come, you will say that that means some people have lost their way and some people take corruption, but all people are not corrupt. If all people were corrupt, then system would not run. As we know many honest police officers, they are serving the people, they are serving the nations. They will sacrifice their lives for the betterment or welfare of the people. So if individual persons or if a person tries to bring some changes and he can do a lot for the society or for his office as well, for the area where he is working. So we have to start that now honest officer, skilled police officer we see nowadays. So through this way, when people having positive mentality will be police officers, the situation will change. The people will have positive idea about police, and police will be real friends of people. People will disclose everything with confidence with police and so on. So you have to make every negative idea positive. You will have to
Yes, sir.
Like every negative idea positive. And another point that I would like to share without recording, that is, and asking questions about the family life of Bangabandhu, his political life, jail life, books written by him. Books written by him. A lot of questions are here. Okay, helpful tips are here. Very important. We have shared it with you. So this is very important. So take preparation and try to present this in a smart way. And this is the end of our today's session.